In my restless dreams, I see that game. Silent Hill. You promised me to tell me everything about this game someday, but you never did. Well, you have the making of now, in your special DVD, just waiting for you. James.
This is where Silent Hill 2 was created, here in Tokyo, somewhere on the 42nd floor of these buildings. Counting the graphics designers, programmers and musicians, over 50 people worked for nearly 2 years on this project. But Silent Hill 2 would not have come to light without these three: Imamura, the producer, Sato, in charge of designing the characters and cinematic visuals, and Yamaoka, who created the sound and music. All three are very ingenious, but they say it's like being married, because they all worked together on the first Silent Hill. But for Silent Hill 2 they've gone much further, because Silent Hill 2 is a lot more than just a horror game, more a terrible love story.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see
Every
me.
detail of the game is conceived to shake you up mentally and emotionally.
I'm here for you, James. See? Unreal.
This is the artistry of these alchemists of the emotions. Backgrounds in Silent Hill are based on a concept of simultaneous repulsion and attraction. That's one way to define their impact. Strangely enough, they look nasty and disgust us, but also they have their own kind of charm, which is just the effect that the art director was trying to achieve, of course.
嫌なんだけども、その場にいたくないんだけども、なんか興味をそそられてしまうっていうか、そのさっきも言いましたけど、その異様な感じですか。
Before creating the images for these grim visual backgrounds, Tsuboyama went to shoot a few stills. It may sound odd, but these stills are perhaps the most important images of all. The bathroom was the very first room modelled by the art director. This was the first image created for the visual background. In a way, it served as the graphics Bible for creating the other visual backgrounds. It's no accident if the players start the game indoors.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
A different rationale applied to the exterior visual backgrounds. The idea was to give the impression that the city is larger than you'd imagined. Certain sequences that might seem overlong were inserted deliberately to convey a feeling of isolation.
まず最初のその展望台から森までは一度その街に着いたら引き返せないような距離を出すことによってその孤独感とか不安感とかその隔離された街に来てしまったっていう感じとかっていうのを出したかったんでゲーム的には かなり危険で挑戦してみた部分ではあるんですけど、わざとあれだけの距離を。
In addition, they used a grainy filter to dirty the images while giving them character. Here's what Silent Hill 2 would have looked like if its creators had not used this ingenious process. Always trying to take us by surprise, the graphics designers had fun planting a few disturbing elements throughout the game that go unnoticed at first. For instance, there's that body in front of the television. You don't realise it, but you know that face.
ジェームスなんですよ、あそこは。あの死体は実はジェームスが作り出したジェームスなんで、逆に見せちゃいけない。
Another image from James's brain. That dress on the tailor's dummy holding the flashlight. You've seen that dress before. It's Mary's. All of these mysterious details come together to form a visual background ideal for conveying impressions of solitude, suggesting a parallel dimension, the perfect substrate for showcasing such elaborate and ambiguous characters. Of course, it's James, the hero of Silent Hill 2, but just like in the first Silent Hill, the main character does not have the key role.
Mary?
Maria is a fascinating woman who epitomizes the ambiguity of Silent Hill 2.
I don't look like a ghost, do I?
Disturbing and sometimes looks cute. And there's no specific model of her.
With her disturbing ambivalence, the Maria character has much more appeal than other heroines.
Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So...
For example, the one of Final Fantasy the movie.
Yeah.
Sato explains why.
She ran away.
But the main girl character doesn't have a wrinkle and doesn't have a kind of a bad point. She is kind of perfect. For example, if you are attracted by some woman, she's not perfect. If you take her pictures, sometimes her face is like that. It's not perfect, but if always she's perfect, I guess you want love her. You are in love with her because she's human. She has character. That character has a bad point. Of course, bad point, and good point. They didn't make that, but it's more real than Silent Hill 2nd. From visual or technique point of view. But I think I made more realistic work.